Mr. Hunter, it's good to talk to you this morning. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, John. Good to be here.
So what do you think of the president so far?
I think he's doing a good job. I think he's balanced. I think he's listening to all sides. And if you're a conservative evangelical, that's all you want. You don't want the president to accomplish your agenda. That's our business. But you want him to listen, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, you said in a recent article that I read that he displays wisdom and balance, as you mentioned, in his decision-making process. Does that make even controversial decisions palatable to you?
It does, because what you want is someone who can represent all people. He has not come in hard left, as many people were afraid that he would do. He's taken a reasonable approach, and sometimes a surprisingly conservative approach.
Interesting. You know, the big culture clash, of course, is over abortion, and it looks like during this administration we're going to see that come to a head again. Is it important for you, Pastor, to overturn Roe v. Wade, or is there a middle ground that you think might be achieved in this administration?
Overturning Roe v. Wade right now is not realistic, and so there must be a middle ground. And the middle ground, I think, is what President Obama is doing, and that is reducing what he calls the need for, what I call the number of abortions. There's more than one way to minimize the number of abortions and hopefully ultimately eradicate them. And simply preventing unwanted pregnancies will go a long way to do that. Supporting women who want to carry their babies to term will do that. There's just lots of ways to do this.
So you're pretty impressed with the president so far. What about your contemporaries in the evangelical community? How are they feeling?
Well, they're all cautiously optimistic. The judge, you know, it's been 100 days.
All of them, or are some saying, "Oh, wait a minute, we don't like this guy"?
Well, of course, you know, there's going to be a section of evangelicals that no matter what he does, it's just they've already made up their mind. Because of his stances. But for an expanding constituency in the middle who want to really think things through and to understand these problems are complex, they're looking with some interest at his presidency.
Yeah, you know, we saw during the election campaign and during the election that, you know, some, not a great number, but some young evangelicals came to the president's side. They were willing to swallow their concerns about cultural issues because they thought in the overall, his philosophy was pretty much in line with their Christian beliefs. How do evangelical leaders who are still not certain about the president feel about that, knowing that the potential future of their congregation is looking toward this president and saying there is this middle ground and we embrace that?
Well, nobody really likes change because everybody's got their categories, and so everybody's a little bit skeptical and probably a little bit uneasy. But the facts are the facts, and the facts are that the coming generation is not ideologically bound. They are very practical. They just want to do some good, and that's what this president is saying that he wants also. And so there is going to come a change.
Right. Now, you might be a little different than some evangelical leaders because you're considered a bridge builder, and you've taken some heat from some of your colleagues for being on this presidential faith council. What do you say to them about your participation, and what do you say to them about this president that might be in line with their way of thinking?
Well, I just keep telling people, look at the facts. You know, don't listen to all the hype, all the rhetoric, all of the fear. Look at the facts, because most evangelicals want to be educated. They want to be analytical and measured, as well as scriptural in their approach. And so if we continue just to look at what is actually happening instead of what is rumored to happen, then we're going to be fine.
Oh, Pastor Joel Hunter, it's great to catch up with you this morning. Thanks very much for taking your time out of your day. We certainly appreciate it.